Hello, how's everybody doing? I haven't come on for about almost 2 months, and so I thought I would just pop on and talk. I wanted to share a little bit about my just sort of what I'm struggling with a little bit, and maybe somebody out there has a some words of wisdom perhaps for me. And the thing that's been weighing on me quite a bit is since I attended the Canadian Mental Health Association's, the Alberta branch conference here for mental health in the beginning of June, is this idea about mental health and whether it's depression or anxiety or bipolar disorder, and that the idea that it's genetic and that medications are the only answer. And I walked away from that conference just feeling so, I think defeated is the word I'm looking for. I felt like I there is this other way and there is another approach, which is what I talk about in my book Beyond the Label. I was just looking to see if I have a copy of it here. I think I do. Um, and yeah, so if I haven't seen the book, it's called Beyond the Label, 10 Steps to Improve Your Mental Health with Naturopathic Medicine. And I really feel this fire within me to have the people understand that everyone to understand that there is another way to support yourself. And it's not that I'm against medication, it's just that I am pro using diet and nutrition and all the 10 steps I talk about to regain your mental health. And so I guess for myself, I feel like my message is falling on deaf ears, and I get discouraged. And I want to keep the momentum going. And so one of the things that helped me shift the other day was I was kind of like, the analogy was I'm pushing against a door that's shut, and I'm pushing really hard, and there's like 10 deadbolts on the other side, and I don't have the key, I don't have the right locks, or I don't have the right keys to unlock one deadbolt, let alone 10. And that's kind of how I feel about the medical paradigm with respect to mental illness, that people are programmed by the medical system to believe that they can't help themselves, that you can't get better. And I want to stand as an example that you actually can. And so even the term for me now, bipolar, doesn't even resonate with me anymore, because it's been so long that I've really had those symptoms or experiences arise within me. And the way I look at those experiences are not like that it's a problem. It's that they are just that. They were experiences that I had to go through to get to this point of healing. So it's part of the process. And it's a very different way to look at it than the way that I looked at it, and that I find most people look at it with bipolar disorder, in that it's something that is a problem and will continue to always be a problem for the rest of your life. So this is just what I wanted to pop on, and I would love to know your thoughts if you're listening to this. What are your beliefs around this idea of healing, and do you believe that you can actually get well? And I'm always struck by a line that I heard in a movie or a documentary called Masks of Madness, and you can look that up on YouTube if you like. It's quite dated, but it's still an excellent documentary. But one of the doctors there said that with respect to schizophrenia, and I think bipolar disorder also, so any psychosis, conditions that involve psychosis, the one doctor said that you will always have the propensity that you will never get well. It will always be something that has to be managed, and you will always have the propensity to be unwell. And that line has stuck with me as a question mark in my mind, in terms of, is that really true? So that's what I want to leave you with, is that thought that, is it possible to heal yourself from depression? And is that even the goal here? Because, and this is perhaps another lecture, because I know I don't want to be on here too long with these little pop-up videos. But one teacher that I really love, his name is Jeff Foster. One of the things I learned from him was that we want to look at these things: anxiety, depression, sadness, grief, a lot of the things that we try to do away with and we try to run away from, that we try to skip over, we try to ignore feeling. We actually are doing ourselves a disservice by not welcoming them in. And perhaps the suffering is where the growth will come from. So the healing will spring forth through the depths of the darkness. And so Jeff was the first person that taught me to actually love the depressive side of myself versus detest that side, which is what I spent most of my time doing. Not only that, but also hiding and detesting the mania side. So that always left me in perpetual conflict, which then led to the turmoil. So the healing for me actually came through accepting these aspects of myself and actually loving these parts of myself that now no longer seem to come around. So, things to think about. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time.